Welcome, everyone. This is once again your host, Shailesh, bringing you live an interview with esteemed personality, as we always do, bring speakers to talk about their life journey under our series called Real Connections, and what a connection we have with these humans all around the world. We may be anywhere, everywhere, any part of the world, as we have today a guest all the way from US. I think she's from Boston, if I'm not mistaken. But this is something how we can connect. And that's why Real Connections is all about real people, real experience, real talk, and real wisdom sharing. So today I have the pleasure to invite Paromita Ghosh, all the way from US, Boston, and we will be uncovering a lot of things from this famous multifaceted personality of what she has done in her life till now, and how she has done that is more important rather than challenges we all face. But here is a life journey. So today I'm going to have a beautiful conversation with this beautiful lady over here, Paromita Ghosh. Welcome, Paromita, to this beautiful episode of us today called Real Connections. And in this, we are going to talk about your life journey. So, welcome to this show once again. And let us tell us something about you. Because if I say something about you, the audience might say, oh, I made up. So let's not do that. Let's talk something from authentically from a person who is very much authentic. And what a dear conversation we had a couple of days ago. And I think it was amazing to connect with on that level. So, Paramita, introduce yourself and tell us something what you do.
Hi, Shailesh. Thank you so much, New Zealand World News, for connecting me and giving me the opportunity to talk about my life journey. And it's really, I'm already so overwhelming this getting this opportunity. Um, Everyone wants to talk about their life, and it is always a blessing when someone connects with you and give you that opportunity. So I will tell you today, all about how I had a life journey. But I'm Paramita Ghosh. I am um, an IT. Sorry. Hi, I'm Paramita Ghosh. I am an IT specialist. I work for a multinational company, IBM, for past 15 years, and I do that as my primary job. But apart from that, I have a passion. I have been into pageantry for past 2 years, and I have participated in a couple of national pageant where I was a winner of title of certain states of US. And then I went for national level last year for South Asia World, and I was a winner there. I didn't stop chasing my journey. I went ahead and I started for chasing another crown. I went for Mrs. India Worldwide 2023, and I was a US zonal winner. So I thought of taking a break, and this year I'm so happy to announce that I am Mrs. South Asia Universe 2024, and I'm going for Mrs. Universe USA, which is happening at Korea on October. So that's is all about me, what I'm doing my present life, my professional life, and I'm ready to tell you more about my personal life, definitely.
Yeah, that's great. And to all the listeners, as you can see, she has got a beautiful mindset that has come through her journey. But she probably missed one thing very important, that she's very driven. Her interest, her love, to chase her goals she talked about. But serving society and serving humans is one of the key ingredient of this beautiful person. So a person does not become beautiful just by the looks or having a crown, as she has portrayed already in that zone. But apart from that, she's so humble to not mention about that, because that goes unnoticed. But that is what we notice, and that is what I notice. And so I think I have this beautiful pleasure to talk to a person who is all about how to support, how to help, how to serve humans. But other than that, also animals. She also a love for animals. She's rescuing animals as well. So that's her another part-time kind of role or a multifaceted role, which I told at the start. So we are not going to delay anymore now. I'm going to get straight into you, Paramita. This is not an interview. This is all about your life journey. Let's talk about how you were as a child. Tell me something. Tell the listeners why Paramita today is what Paramita. What was she as a child? Let's uncover that. Tell us something. How were you as a child?
Yeah.
Were the parents telling you you're a naughty child or a beautiful child or a loving child or cuddly or whatever it is? Tell us.
I'm a proud child. That's what my parents tell me, and they're always proud of whatever I have done in my life. And I feel so blessed that they talk about that I'm a proud daughter. They are proud to have me as a daughter.
Great.
Of course, I would love to go down the memory lane and talk about my childhood. My childhood has been very interesting. It has a lot of, it was not smooth. It has a lot of hills and turns and a lot of challenges. And I believe many people do have. But
So,
when I try to think about when I started trying to take, you know, um, a good school, it was very difficult for me initially to get into a very good school because of certain reasons, and but still I wanted to pursue my education in one of the best school in my area. So I belong from India, actually,
uh-huh.
from Asansol, and that is where I have spent most of my childhood. And I wanted to have a very good life because I am very ambitious from childhood. Since then, I had a lot of dreams which I wanted to accomplish. And I kept dreaming, and I always still I'm dreaming, and I'm trying to accomplish them. So it was very difficult for me, like I said, to start my journey trying to get myself into a good school where I can do a proper education.
Mhm.
So because I come from a very middle class family, and it my dad was in a government job, and my mom was a housewife, so I have a brother. So trying to sustain that lifestyle and education was so difficult.
Mm.
But I kept on going, and then after I think seventh grade, I got admission to my dream school, Assembly of God Church.
Mm.
And after that, I went ahead and pursued the same high degree high school in the same school. And I always wanted to be a doctor, but again, you have a plan, right? And sometimes life journey has something else planned for you. I got a admission. I mean, I got an offer for medical, but my family wanted me to pursue, stay back in the local region where I stay, Asansol, somewhere in Kolkata,
Mm.
and pursue my education, uh, and not travel outside that particular area, Kolkata. So I couldn't pursue my dream, whatever my dream life, that I wanted to be a doctor. So I started. I got. I mean, I had to uh, enroll for engineering. So again, when I wanted to go for engineering, there was certain issues because there was not good colleges I was getting. And I still remember I wanted to do computer engineering, and I wasn't getting particular colleges admission. So it was very difficult to get in that region. Coming from that Kolkata, there were not so good colleges, and the good colleges were getting filled up. But I went ahead and started. I did my engineering in electrical, and I never gave up that I will be one day in computer field. So when I got the job, it was an IT company, and I was very happy again to get that admission. But again, it was very difficult to get a job from an IT field from an electrical field to an IT field. So I had to do that as a take up as a challenge. 2007 pass out batch also had a very bad market in IT, and only they were giving jobs to the computer engineers and IT. So I had to again take up a challenge. I worked hard. I went for interview to each and every IT company, and I cracked a job. In fact, I was the only girl who cracked a job from electrical department into an IT. There were very few placements which happened. There was not, of course, 100% placement. I did my engineering in Asansol Engineering College, which was local. And after that, I wanted to get out of my region, my Kolkata, my West Bengal, and I wanted to get job somewhere outside. So I got that thing happened. I was able to pursue my job in Trivandrum, and but my my parents were little not happy. Me overthinking might not be safe. How will I deal with that? But I was very confident. I wanted my independence. I was only 22, and I was very far from my hometown, Kolkata. But I stayed there. I got very good opportunities. I worked there for 2.5 years in UST Global. Was my first placement where happened, and after that, I wanted to be part of a good multinational company. So that was again my dream job. Being in IT, I wanted to be in IBM. And during the interviews, I always aim for that. I didn't get that opportunity, so I went ahead and for IBM, and I was able to crack three job at very good companies, IBM, CTS, and another HCS. So again, sometimes life doesn't give you what you want, but then when you only want one, you get more than one. So it is so difficult to choose again. But again, there was not much problem in choosing IBM because that was my dream job. But the problem was it was not in Kolkata, and I wanted to go back to my hometown. It was Bangalore, but I was good enough to talk to my company and settle for my base location as Kolkata, because I had two other company offer later, and they did negotiate and then relocated me to Kolkata, where I wanted to be because I wanted to stay close to my parents, my family, and that happened. So I was very happy, and this journey continued. I worked very hard for IBM. I was blessed with very good colleagues, and there was very rapid growth in my career. After a couple of years, I got an assignment for US around 2000, I would say. Then I joined IBM, and I got an offer to travel to US in 2014 within 4 years. And I just wanted to climb the ladder anyway. And
I
that
want to
time I felt,
No, that's good. I want to come back to this. You told me a very good line of journey that you wanted, that you had dreams, but then things falling came back and all that. But during this time, all the time, everybody goes through environmental situations, circumstances, your own family circumstances, background, and to challenge those. And within those challenges, you have your dreams, you have your desires, you have your things to do. So acquiring job is one, as I can understand that most of the Indian community or any community, they would love to have first a secure and safe job. And so job becomes your prime goal, prime responsibility. But then your mindset, I'm more interested in your mindset. Like, okay, you have been through all that things with jobs hunting, and then jobs getting jobs of your own liking jobs. What really was going through your mind, and how do you see now when you look back? Was those, there could be ups and downs as we always have. There's always emotionals attached to it. We always have. But the thing is, you have expressed yourself in a way that you come out of that zone now and you are into a different zone, but you are still having different challenges as we always have. What would you say to all the listeners who are listening to see, okay, what Paramita was looking for at that time and what she got at that time, but then to get that and to look for, What was her challenges mindset that she had with your own parents, with your own surroundings, with your own colleagues, with your own competitions, and with your own self? How would you rate yourself that time when you look back now? What was really, really happening in your mind that, oh,
Yeah.
this is not an ordinary thing, or this is why it's only for me not happening, or why it's happening only for me? Those kind of things we have all of.
Yeah.
How would you
Yeah. I mean,
describe yourself? Mm.
yeah, I definitely would like to pitch on that. Like I mentioned, my life was not bed of roses. I was not born with a silver spoon.
Yeah.
So, yes, if I try to dig into or try to talk about how challenging was and struggling was at that time when I didn't get what I wanted, and then somewhere I didn't lose hope and I kept going. My
Mm-hmm.
mindset at that time was that couple of things I tried to focus on, that you should keep dreaming, you should be ambitious, you should never give up. So those things were stuck in my mind. I believed in working hard. I believe that there will be failures in your life, but you will taste the success once you taste the failure, because the failure is the better way to grow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's what kept me going when I had a challenge. I tried to see, how I can find, or take up that challenge, or if there was a problem, how I can find a solution where I am content with myself, and at the same time I'm able to not compromise on my dreams. So those kind of mindset I always try to do. Even now also, there will be always something or the other which is not happening, or what is not being desired is happening, right? But I try to stay positive, which is very important, because if you don't stay positive, you will not have hope. Hope
Absolutely.
is life, right? And your life will be only a good journey when you don't think about a destination, but you enjoy your life as a journey. And the experiences that you get, try to have a reflection, have, introspection on that, so that you try to think of what could have gone wrong, or what, things I can do much better when I don't repeat the same thing, or same thing doesn't come. And if it comes, how well prepared I am. So that's how I have tried to revolve around my mindset to make it more rigid, at the same time being flexible with all the opportunities, and kept going.
So, what will you say to all the listeners who are listening? And if I want to understand from you, you said very well that at the age, it is a journey. Life is a journey.
Yeah,
It's not something that you have to look at it. But when you are young, young as 22, or when you are looking for your first job or looking for your first graduation, you don't realize life is a journey. You just want to grab what is there for you and what is others are telling us to grab. You just want to grab it. Now we understand after certain age, you have understood and you know it is. But what would you tell to all the listeners? No matter what age you are in, no matter what situation you are in, the first and foremost is life is a journey. Enjoy that rather than saying, hey, I am at this age, so I need this. I am at that age, so I just need. What would you say to that? How would you describe that to all the listeners?
I
who normally,
personally
who
feel.
normally go by traditional like status quo is like, I am young, I want to do this now. I am old, I want to do this now. That's normal, right? But is that
Yeah,
really normal? Or that is the experience of journey actually? There is no such thing as normal, right? In a way.
yeah. My key to life journey, I feel strongly that your happiness. I always try to see where, you should be happy in your life, whatever, and you can only be happy if you can do what you like to do. So, in my life journey, I have always tried to be happy.
Mm.
And if it didn't happen, I still tried to be happy, because I believed in my mind that it something better is coming if this has not happened. We have a very good saying, right? What
Mhm.
happens is God's plan, and what's not happening is God's protection. So I am a believer in God. I also am a little spiritual, and I love to introspect on the things, certain things. And like I said, being ambitious, I'm pretty sure so many Indians are coming from a conservative Orthodox family where
Mm,
we have to at least reach some goal, right? But it's not about achieving the goals, because you
mm,
can have one goal and then you achieve, and then what next, right?
mm.
It's
Correct.
more about being happy and staying happy and staying positive. So yeah, I firmly believe on that, and that's why probably even things were not my way, or things didn't happen. For example, I wanted to be into my I was passionate, like I said, to be in pageantry,
Mm,
and that part I will come later, why I wanted to be there. But I couldn't do that, because coming from Orthodox family,
mm,
first thing which comes to our mind is having a secure job.
mm,
So that is what I was trying to chase. Yes, it's very important for me to spread the awareness. You should do what you like to do in your life to be happy. At the same time, it's very important to have certain education, because in that way you are able to have an intellectual mindset, right? And you can aspire other things as well. Your life doesn't stop if you just reach a goal to get a job. After that also you can continue, and I believe it's never too late to start anything. It's age is just a number. You
yes.
can start anything that you want to do at any time. So that's how I also currently I am pursuing my life.
So we come back to that. So you started as a child. How would you describe? You were very much ambitious, or very much focused, or very much you wanted this very strong desire, or you were just casual kids, enjoyable, loving, and just enjoying life at that time, or you were outside the box. Then you, when it compares to your other colleagues, other kids that you were there, how would you say about you at that point? Do you remember
Uh,
where you are?
yeah, I mean, I will not say that I was very good in academic. I was always a carefree kind of child in the beginning, but I firmly believe, like, I have seen, my dad as my idol, my brother as my role model, where I have seen them how, they have also uh, try to tell me what is good for me, and I have listened to them. So, and
Mhm.
but if you will ask me, at one point when I was like, I was before class 10, I was like little carefree. Yes, I was ambitious. I wanted to do something in my life where people will recognize me. What, I wasn't sure, but I knew that somewhere in my life I will try to have my skills, my talents known to the people.
Mm,
Through which platform, where I was uncertain about that. But I also felt like sometimes you have to just go with the flow. You
mm,
can't control things, you can't force things, right? And beside that, yes, I try to maintain a good life, work life, I mean, I would say balance between studies and all the curricular activities, because
mm,
of so many talents I have. I know singing, I know dancing, I know painting, I have learned them. I'm a classical Bharatanatyam dancer. I'm also a classical singer, and also I have learned painting. So I had, always had in my mind that what I want to be. I have so many options to choose. So what what kept me going is that. Sorry, my dog was annoying. Sorry.
that's okay.
No, yeah, she is like,
That's
sit
okay.
down.
Yeah.
So where was I? Actually, I lost it.
You
Uh,
were saying about like work-life balance
yeah, yeah. So
between
yeah, so
and
yeah. The I but I try to balance my time between education and as well as having participating in different curricular activities in school and colleges, because I have learned singing, dancing, and painting. So
yeah.
that's all I try to do. Try to do that time, and maintain a very easy life, at the same time being focused and having an ambition to be successful in life, whatever I do. Yeah.
Yes, of course, of course. Now comes back to that situation where, with all these so many things going on as a child, economically, environmentally, you were restricted, you were lots of things were there that you could only think about that. But then, as you said rightly, come as it is, life, whatever gives you at that point. You just have to move on. You can't just say, I want this, and if I don't get it, then I will screw my life, or, sorry, my language, but or I will finish my life. That's not what it is. But most of the people do fall into that situation where if they can't achieve something at a young age or at any age, then they feel rejected, they feel depressed, they feel gone. Did you ever find that kind of situation for you to get into that, even though, you didn't had all the luxuries, but you wanted to have those kind of access to those luxuries? How would you say that in your mind?
Access to the luxuries.
Yeah, to both, like, whether you adjust to the luxuries or not having luxuries, everything. What's as a person, how would you describe yourself to deal with this, both the situations?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it was sometimes depressing not to
Yeah.
having, just having the basic essential of life.
Mhm.
When I have seen many of my friends, other family friends having everything they want in their life,
Mm.
where I have to wait for particular thing at certain age only I can get them, or when I will be earning myself, then only I can have that, right?
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, I was deprived of course, the luxurious thing, only trying to make sure that what is just important, prioritizing on having those things in my life, which can keep me going, and one day maybe, get those luxuries in my life. But more than being having a luxurious life, I wanted to have a sustainable life. I won't say I'm very materialistic, but yes, I like to have certain things where, makes your life very easy, right? And at the same time, getting access to those things which are very expensive, and when you have them, it makes your life luxurious. Why not? So yeah, I mean, I would say when I didn't had those things in my life, probably that caused thirst in my mind to go ahead and earn it, and keep on trying so that you can earn that yourself, right? And I'm still won't say I have a luxurious lifestyle, but I don't know how you can define a luxury lifestyle. I do have
Okay.
everything which makes my life good and better, and I don't think I need to, put them in certain boundaries and say, okay, I need this thing, then only my life is better and I
Mm.
have a luxurious lifestyle. For me, being healthy, being blessed, every
Correct.
day you can see, the sun, and you're able to breathe, and you're able to have a very beautiful day throughout and make most use of it. That what I feel is right now,
Yeah.
not when I was kid, of course, that this is how you're living your life in a luxurious life
Mm, mm.
or
Correct.
way.
And this is
Yeah.
what something I was about to say to you, that luxury is not cannot be defined in everybody's mind is different. But
Yeah.
because to me, as I said, as you said rightly, is luxury means okay, spending time with someone or spending time with some of your family or any friends. That's a luxury because you don't get that luxury, even though you have money, but if you don't have time, then what's the point of that money? So luxury is
Yeah.
not always getting. So that's why I wanted to come to that situation now. Is like, okay, you got the crown or you got the title where you went there. You may not have got the money, but that's a luxury you had. And I
Yeah.
personally feel that is the more luxurious than having money in the bank, which you can't
Yeah.
do anything about it. So I wanted to start with that and touch on that journey, that how Paramita became or went into a public from a middle class family, from an environmental which was not permitting to go through those luxuries or break those boundaries easily. How did you change that mindset of yours to went into this public event or this public scenario? What really triggered?
There was a turning point in my life, I would say 2 years back. Definitely, I was manifesting in my mind that, or subconscious mind,
Right.
to be, in the pageantry world, or do
Hmm.
certain things where I will be recognized and remembered when I'm gone, right?
Yeah, yeah.
For my talents, my skills that I have.
Yeah,
But yeah, it did happen 2 years back, where I was, of course, manifesting because I had the childhood dream always to have a crown like other girls. And I came across a flyer, and I went in 2 days for the state pageant in US.
right.
I was very less prepared, but I would say the push came because I wasn't having a very successful marriage, and I was in a very bad relationship, toxic, like you say,
Hmm.
where I felt like I lost myself. There was no self love. I was not able to, have any motivation in my life. And I was kind of lost. What can make me, I wasn't very happy. So I thought of trying to make most of my life that time. Self realization is what happened. And
Right.
I wanted to discover myself
Mm.
through my life journey, and try to come out from the cocoon or a shell and spread my wings to fly. So I went ahead in 2 days, not even knowing what will happen, with the mindset again, keeping open. If something good happens, good. If not, I'm gonna make it good. This is just the beginning, it's not the end of the world. I will go again to some other state pageant, and I will keep going till I become the better version of myself and get the crown. So it did happen. I was the runner-up. I was not the winner of District of Virginia or Maryland,
Mhm.
but I was crowned by very good Bollywood celebrity Abhay Deol. So it did inspire me, motivated me that something I have done for myself, and I was able to love myself the way I was. I was able to explore my talents, which was, hiding or was not on the surface. And
Yeah.
even I didn't know my strength.
But how did you make that transition when you were having a break on marriage, when you were having a break on relationship, and then in that depression mode or in that emotional mode, you chose to come out of that and go in a public scenario where you don't know where you will be thrown and which deep side of the end you will be thrown. That's a big challenge to take that big call at a situation, at a circumstances, because normally people will heal it and then they decide, but you went straight into it. I'm really fascinated with that. And so I wanted to know, how did you change that mind and train that mind to go for that? That's just something I'm really intrigued.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It was challenging because
Didn't you had any fear?
I control my mind. Yeah, sorry.
Didn't you had any fear which normal people have? Didn't you had any anxiety or anxiousness that people generally don't fall into it? Then they don't make those calls basically because of those things happen. Or you just thought very positive? How did you change your mind to so
Yes,
much?
that is exactly where I was coming to. Like I said, I no matter what happens, I always try to stay positive, because if you are not positive in your life, you are going to attract negative things,
Mm.
right? You might have circumstances which are negative, but that is not going to stay forever, which is the good thing about having bad phase of life. Once it will be over, you will have good phase. So it's like a graph. Once ups and downs will be there, which are part of life. So I
Mm.
see it in that way. It's not going to stay forever, and it's not going to be, it's going to be temporary. So I believe in the very good thing, which I'm pretty sure, like, which is very important for me, is that the change is only thing which is permanent, right? So I realized if I have to change the situation where
Mhm.
I am currently, where I have so much negativity, so much doubt, so much fear, anxiety about myself, my future, uncertain about what's going to happen, not having the married life and usual thing which we Indians usually will have, get settled, have family life.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's how I train my mind, that I have to stay positive and I have to see the brighter side of the life, like what else I can do which can make my life beautiful, because you cannot define how your life can be unless you try to work on it.
Yeah.
So it's okay, that was probably part of my life, but I wanted to write the next chapter of my life,
Mm.
because and then I realized I can end the bad chapter of my life. So that's how I train my mindset. Let's give it a try, do something different, because this is something which I wanted to do. And why not? Like, I have always tried to do something new, which is another thing. I always try to explore myself, push myself, and I don't get try to stay in my boundaries, knowing sometimes it will be difficult. But yeah, I mean, I take up every challenge in my life. And I feel like there is always not if you see, there is a problem, right? And there will be a solution, because I always believe there are two opposite words. So if there is a problem, there's a solution. If there is a solution, there is a problem. If there is negativity, there is positivity. So if there is success, there is failure, success. So this is how I see the life and visualize, and this is how I perceive that my life should be. So staying positive is very important,
Yeah.
no matter whatever happens in your life.
Mhm.
Trying to be what you want to do, and that can only happen if you stay positive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the key to everything is positivity in your life, and that's something amazing which all the listeners probably would agree. But here is a life story and a life journey of Paramita, who was telling us all about the challenges and the changes that she has made for herself in spite of lots of tumbles. I mean, yes, relationship is one of the biggest part of every human as we relate with either material things, we relate either with nature, we relate either with humans, which is our main ingredients to relate. But when those relations, when those relates that are disturbed or gone a little bit different than what you expect, then your emotional well-being really, really gets disturbed. But I think we are talking today about not just emotional well-being, we are talking about the life journey where also connects with emotionals, our own self. And she started with like, when you lose your self-love, when you lose your self-care, everything falls into different category. So Paramita, I wanted to ask you finally, is like with all these challenges that you have been and now where you are at this stage, and when you look back yourself, what's the message you would like to give so that whatever shortcomings, weaknesses that you must have uncovered, encountered, that the listeners can actually think about and actually dwell on it? How would you describe that part of your journey, basically? Tell me something about that, where you are today. How did you come yourself so far today with all the challenge? Of course, you are still going far ahead. There's nothing stopping you to go more and more accomplishment.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. That's it.
Yeah,
So
that's it. Yeah.
tell me, what will you say to the listeners about your reflections?
Uh, I mean, if I see my experience in my life, like I said, I always believe that never give up.
Mm.
Certain things are not meant for you, or just happen because something bigger is coming.
Right.
And that's how I see myself. And I felt like if I am meant to do something, what I'm doing now,
Mhm.
because this is what was there. I was chosen to. be something doing, because the reason I wanted to say I pursued pageantry, because believe this is a very big platform where I can amplify my passions to serve the society, the community in every way. I can use this crown because this crown is very powerful.
Mhm.
People will listen to you because you earn this crown, and they really will try to see you. Like, I have role models: Shushmita Sen, Lara Datta, and Aishwarya Rai, and it's so important, right? Trying to be in this pageantry and try to do woman empowerment. Woman empowerment can be in many ways, like trying to help women like me who might not know what to do and might go into depression. And I have done that. I am doing that inside, where I am trying to help the woman who has domestic abuse. They are
Mhm.
especially in US, and they have kids and they don't know what to do. Also, I believe that some of women of India who have this passion to always have crown, and they are very scared to explore this opportunity. So I motivate them, encourage them, and I tell them age is just a number, and believe in yourself, be confident, and just start your journey. It's never too late. So I have so many pageant winners whom I have coached, and I have told them that just believe in yourself, and they are so happy that they have trusted my words, and today they were able to also explore this journey. But very important thing, I believe, through this pageantry, I can also contribute to the society. How I would say I can do some fundraising activity, because I really want to. That was one of my dream, to have a animal shelter, to rescue animals in India or US, wherever they need. I really want to do that. That is something which is in my pipeline. I also want to raise funds, my making appearances, and if I definitely get Mrs. Universe crown, or even if not, whatever I have, which is itself big, right? I want to do some charity and raise funds for the people who are underprivileged in the society, take care of the old age homes people, do something for them. I'm a very kind person and emotional at the same time, and this is something which really is a stress buster for me. I feel so happy, so content. Something I have done, trying to help someone, which is the biggest motive in my life. Because I feel like maybe I didn't get all the help.
Mhm.
So I understand when one support, one help is there, and how you feel. So that is very important, trying to be a support system for
Absolutely.
those who need help. So that is what I want to do, and that is my message, that first help yourself
Mhm.
and then help others, so that you can say that I really had not a life but a beautiful life, and this journey is something which I am very proud of.
Very well said. Listeners, this is Paromita Ghosh giving you a final message, which was absolutely touching the humans, touching the humanity ground. And humanity ground is connected with every single ingredient of the universe. As she mentioned, the last bit was the animals, the rescue, but also helping yourself and helping others. Is that's what is the journey of every human. And so, yeah, that's the crown,
Yeah.
Mrs. Universe 2024, that she was awarded. She was a winner of Mrs. South Asia Universe. Paramita Ghosh, beautiful talking to you. Very well
Thank you.
listening to you. We would love to bring you back and talk about more about your topics that we really interested in, because the journey that you have lived so far and going to live is, I'm sure, all new things are going to come up, and we will be touching on that very often. So listeners, don't get depressed or dejected that she's not going to go away. This is only go away for this episode. So thank you, Paramita, and thank you for all the listeners to listening. And if you have, and if you want to get motivated yourself, please listen carefully to whatever she had said today. And I think for every single person, no matter whether they are deprived, not deprived, privileged, not privileged, you can create your own journey. And that's something that I could take from here, a final message to all of you, that if Paramita can do it, everybody can do it. Is that right, Paramita?
Yeah, it's absolutely right. If I can do it, so can you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
once again.
so much. Thank
And
you
I
so
will
much.
come back to you.
Yeah. Thank you.